Hello everyone, this is Art Parable. Today I'm gonna show you how I paint this flower with watercolor from start to finish. And the painting that I will make is based on the image belong to Sun Gallery and Wilson Lee. I'll be using these tools and materials because I really like the idea of how affordable of a product can produce such a good quality artworks. Okay, start off with the sketch. I use a generic 2B pencil with the extension. One thing I can suggest to you that you don't have to draw a good lines, because I feel that if you have more confidence on sketching without that pressure, this process will be so much easier. And don't worry about shadowed lines along the process, because you can erase it anytime when the sketch is done. And you don't want to put more pressure on the pencil when sketching, because it will be hard to erase and leave a really visible line marks on the paper. There are several ways to use a watercolor, and in this very first painting process, I'll be using a wet on wet technique for base color, and we will be using a water brush. This technique requires you to wet paper on particular area you want to paint first, and please be mindful because it may damage your paper if you put water too much. Secondly, now you can brushing with really light color first, and you can see now I'm guiding my color with my brush tip at this tiny little puddle to the area that shadow will appear more. This water brush helps us to keep the brush tip humid, and for the wet on wet technique, I think it will be more efficient to stay this way rather you need to dip brush to the water back and forth. I'll do the same for the stem, nice and light colors, and also give it a shot to the dark area when you know it will be much darker later on. When all set, now try to put more vibrant color with the same exact color, but less with water. This will shape the object to be seen with more dimension, and you can start to feel the painting is coming together. This is the effect when you put contrast with more vibrant color, and it's already a pretty huge impact. This is the first step for the painting. As we can see, it's pretty good. The colors are showing, the shapes are getting clear, but we lack of detail. So in the next step, which is the last step, is to put detail on the painting. And I hope what I said it before, it's easy to understand for those who want to try. I'm starting mixing for darker colors that will give us more shadows and contrast to the painting. Don't worry if you think you're mixing it wrong, cause this only take a glimpse of watercolor paint. And I think this is one of the advantage of watercolor pen rather than in tube form. Now let's use the detailer brush that I've showed before. We need to adjust the style of our brushing this time, and you may notice right away I'm a little bit more gentle and make good use of the brush tip. You don't want to treat this brush like the way you use of water brush, because this type of brush also can produce a good line quality, and you can see I'm able to make a texture on the petal with the long sharp stroke. Finally, we can use gouache paint for highlights. It works really well with watercolor, and you can use this to lighten the area that caught more with light. Gouache paint works with water, and keep in mind that this type of paint are never fully cured. Once the paint is dry, and you can still rework the result by brushing with wet brush. When working on highlights, you need to understand the direction of the light. In this case, the light strongly comes from top and behind, so I will work on the edge of these petals first, then go down on the side near the stem. I'll repeat this step till I satisfy, and don't forget to look your painting in distance frequently so you know which part need to rework. Okay, this is the final result. And I'm fully aware that there's something missing on this simple guide because I want to make this video as short as possible. But please do let me know if you have questions regarding to this painting. If you enjoy my content, you can support me to grow my channel by subscribing or leave a comment down below. Or share this video, it will mean a lot for content creator like me. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.